Okay, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the newly named Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
54. Mike, 54.
Hey!
Watch the run. Watch
Big Griffin.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Here we go.
A run with Lindsay out of the gun. And an alley to run. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Now look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
45.
Rock it.
Coming to you.
Hustle. Get it.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Go. Switch.
After the interception, it's Love. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the pickup, and it's a 2nd down.
Coming again.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Go! 540! I'm coming! I'm coming! I'm coming!
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's it.
Inside the red zone, and that means don't come away from there with anything less than 3 points, but everyone's thinking about 6. They're trying to get to the end zone. They decide to run a toss. Big people up front being mobile and moving, and a running back trying to follow behind them to find yardage, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Get in the weight room!
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Nice touchdown.
Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Vikings 7, Chargers nothing. Dan Bailey to kick off for Minnesota.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. A run there on first down going nowhere as he stopped right at the 25. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. So they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Let's go, defense. Hey, here we go. Go. Run.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Woo! You got it. You got it. You got it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, Charlie.
You better bring it.
Bam, bam.
You know right now, you better bring it.
Get ready.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's got Curse. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
That was a really nice play, be able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain.
Hot, hot. Check. Crunch, crunch. Now.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready. 90 Wolf.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the pass.
Switch.
Go. Just run. They running.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it's 3rd and 4.
That's it, baby.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Leo. 54.
Hey, watch the lane. Check.
Watch the shift.
You're out.
Hey, watch the shift.
Check.
Yes.
On third down, here's Lindsey. And some room to roam now. The 20. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings 7-yard line. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Well, sometimes a tough game to figure out. One play he looks so good, and then the next play so bad, going backwards.
Yeah, in a span of 2 plays, you go from hero to GOAT, right, to use one of the cliches. But I think what often happens is you have a big run, and sometimes you try and do too much with your next one.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays. Because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I'm coming. Hey, alert 3. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Off of play action. Luck. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Linval Joseph able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mike 50.
3rd and long. It's Luck.
Check 13.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
Seems to me that our friend Old Momentum, I think he's definitely changed teams in this game.
It's only going to grow after that sack, and now, heck, they can get the ball back here and possibly even get the lead. On the return, it's King. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
Set, ready? 15, Lonnie. 15 line.
Lock 54.
Hey, lock it. Hey.
Safety
Big grip.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
I'm going to come back to you. 36, 30.
They'll run here with Lindsey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Quick the edge, quick the edge. Come. Kill. Fair. Get it.
On 3rd down, Herbert.
Lucky.
And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 32-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .49-yard punt, 5 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now under 100 yards of total offense.
With that kind of run on first down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
They're running it.
And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
In your face.
You're out.
Coming. Double up.
Hey, Haywood.
Check 43. Hatch it.
Look, squeeze.
Wide, get wide.
Ready?
To throw on 3rd down. Herbert going deep here for Allen. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 10. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go for verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them.
Now a hit and lock. Lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
From the gun, here's Love. And he finds his target. It's Sharp. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Let's go!
First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. Luck going to bring him up first and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Let's go. Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Key at 33.
Throwing on 3rd down. Love.
Tie it right. Shoot.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
Mike, 54's Mike. Check. Four. Here we go, G. Here I come. Hey, lock it. Alert 3.
Another run by Lindsey. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
SOS.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Herbert, he's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. That's pulled in at the 32.
Let's go!
The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing is Luck. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Dancing to his left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
50's the mic. 50's the mic.
A shotgun snap for Luck. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Luck. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play.
1st and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Slam.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Let's go.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It certainly wasn't one of the more conventional plays ever run, but it gained a 1st down, and they got the ball in the hands of a playmaker.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Kermit. Joker.
61, matchbox lights.
shift. Watch.
Bear. Let go.
Martin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last two possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
Let's go. Check three.
22 jet bomber. Showing eight. Leaf River.
They run again on first down. Martin. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Right there.
Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. Second down now.
It'd be real interesting to take a look at this play later because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast and diagnosed it and knocked them down in a hurry.
Go out.
Hey, turn it up.
Hit it.
To throw on second down. Herbert nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ben Gideon showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Hey, Foxtrot. Get it.
Throwing on third and long. Herbert nowhere to go here. He lost the football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Here's Ryan Quigley now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Here we go.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On first down, Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Come on. Shift. Check now. 11. Back.
Again, it's Cook. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And it's 21-3.
Next to score, Vikings 21, Chargers 3.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here."
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Philip Lindsay, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chargers, they're able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10.
21, Chargers 10. Mike Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. On the ground, it's Cook. Joey Bosa in on the stop. They run it again with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Back to throw. Love. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's how we do it.
Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for Minnesota, they get back to 500 now.